What it do, everybody? Good morning. Welcome back to the show. This is the Two Dumb Yinzers, episode 348.
Oh, baby.
Good morning, everybody. What's up, Mike? What's up, Derps? What's going on, fellas?
Living the dream.
Yes. This is the dream.
This is the dream every day here at this time-ish. I can't wait.
You know, every time you think your life is bad, just remember you could be hand sewing Nikes over in the Philippines somewhere.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Or be the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Or the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Who's been the
it would be
the most successful Cleveland Brown quarterback ever, I wonder. It's got to be
Otto Graham.
Otto Graham.
He won all those NFL championships.
You know what? I have no knowledge of any of that, to be honest with you. Anything
Otto Graham,
Super Bowl era, I have no knowledge of.
Yeah. Otto Graham in the pre-Super Bowl era. That's about it.
Oh wow. Like in the Super Bowl era, I mean, I wonder who the best quarterback. I mean, it's Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, it's got to be Bernie Kosar.
It's got to be. He took them to an AFC championship game back in the 80s. How could it not be? Bernie?
And then they choked like Cleveland does.
It's true.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see what things are coming out here. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, my God, my voice.
Chase Claypool.
I saw that.
Teases of a new career as Bears worries continue.
Derek Zoolander, baby. He's a male model.
Chase Claypool's a model. He's modeling over in Paris, France right now. Exactly what you should be doing right around this time of year.
It's the off season. Like, oh my God, he's on vacation.
Yeah. So this guy here, you know, what a shame. And the thing is about modeling, he's not a pretty guy. He's kind of gremlinish, isn't he? I don't know. He looks like a gremlin to me. But that's not my place to say, I guess.
Yeah. You know, hey, more power to him. One career didn't work out. He's going to try another career. That's what people do.
The only career that I care about is the one that he was in. That's the only thing that matters.
Like, this is what I find funny about like Pittsburgh's fans.
Why does it about you feel funny with the Pittsburgh Steelers fans?
It's just like every time someone leaves, the people are obsessed with people who are no longer on the team. Once they're gone, I don't care about them anymore. You're gone. You're done. I don't care. But
why does that upset you? Why does it upset you?
It doesn't upset me. It just
people's opinions upset you.
It's just a weird.
That's crazy. That's weird.
I was pointing out it's a weird infatuation that Steeler fans have with
The weird infatuation is with the one that you have with Steeler fans, I think.
It's because they have a weird infatuation with people who are no longer on the team. Like once someone leaves the Steelers or the Penguins or the Pirates, okay, they're gone. They're on another team. I don't care about them anymore. If you only
watch Pittsburgh sports, I mean, if you watch any other part of the league,
I watch other parts of the league, but they don't.
Of course, you would pay attention to these things. Of course, you would. Everybody does. Not just Pittsburgh. This is things that people do this in every state, every city.
I know it's just weird. Like when someone's gone, I'm like, okay, they're gone. They're somewhere else. That's cool. That's fine. They're not my problem anymore. I got
exactly.
There's like 50. Right now? There's 98 guys on our roster, the Steelers roster, that I care about more than. Chase Claypool.
Yeah, see, I don't. I don't care about the guy that's not going to make it. The 47 guys that aren't going to make it. Who cares about that?
Like I care about Chase Claypool.
He got his it was such a
story. Pick.
The guy comes in his first 7 to 9 games and was an all-pro, and then he shits the bed and can't do anything right. He can't catch a football, and then he gets traded in the most fleeced deal in the history of the game, and then he stinks over there, and then you talk about it?
It is interesting, but I was just saying it's a story, but overall, like it gets to the point where
talk about an ant farm in Washington State.
Like Zach
pickle
Banner
factory
something, and then people
Missouri.
God.
Is this what you want to talk about?
No, I'm just saying it's just
a plantain shipment truck in Hawaii.
Sure, I talk about that. I care more about that than I do Chase Claypool.
See, that's crazy to me.
It's just weird. Like we have this weird obsession.
We care. It's a story. We just like to talk about it.
It's just
what's
weird
your
obsession.
deal?
It's just
Derpy, let me ask you something.
We have with
Derpy,
ex-athletes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Does it make you uneasy when we argue? Is it like when your parents fight? Do you go to the room and shut your door and just kind of listen and
La 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 la.
and wish that it was and put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 la. Wish that it was over.
La, 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 la.
You don't want to hurt yourself, do you, Derpy?
No,
Okay.
Okay.
It's all that matters.
but I am
Or
sad.
You were what?
I am sad because of last night.
Last night. What happened last night? I literally don't know if any sports that happened last night. What happened last night?
It was a family issue. My dog passed away. What's the connection? Family dog passed away last night.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear this. How have you had your dog for a long time, I guess?
Yeah, since 2010.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Derpy. I got good news for you, though. This will cheer you up.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, Derpy.
Oh, no, I'm scared.
It is the City Connect Unveil Day, baby. Yeah. Derpy.
That's going to
Unveil. It's true. It's true. Tonight, you could go down to Federal Street before the game, and there's a City Connect block party where you could go down to the stadium, have fun, and get ready for the City Connect jerseys to be unveiled. Huh, Derpy? Who doesn't bring it all for you, baby? Who doesn't? Who's that? Hey, you remember this. You remember this, buddy.
Oh, God, Derpy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to deal with him in this trying time. Derpy's going to kill you.
I seen this one.
This
Derpy,
is worse than the Cubs question.
I seen this one guy. He says Dylan Cruz doesn't want to come here. There's McCutchen trade talk. The Pirates are 1-12 in their last 13 games, but we should be excited because we have the City Connect jerseys being displayed tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. If that doesn't bring back Bucko fever, I don't know what will. Oh, God. I can't wait. Like, I was reading an article and it was like saying, you know what? Trade cuts this year, get a couple prospects. And when he becomes a free agent again, sign him. And then next July, you hope you have him a little bit longer, then you trade him again. You keep repeating the cycle until he retires.
I say they throw in a towel. You know what I mean? At this point, geez, oh man, there's, okay, listen to this. So things are kind of working in their favor in a sense. Because last night the Brewers retake the division. The Brewers are back up in the division. The Reds are a half game out. The Cubs are 3 games out. The Pirates are 5.5. Over the past few days, we've been off a day. We could have lost ground. And then over the period of time that we went 1-12, we're only sitting 5.5 games back. Now, this is being totally optimistic. I mean,
very optimistic.
Optimistic. But, these other teams are kind of just letting the Pirates hang in there too, which is ultimately going to make this thing interesting. They need to either completely fall off or get back in the race. They're kind of they're in this limbo at 5.5 games out with a couple weeks going to the All-Star break. It's almost too early to I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you just throw away the rest of the season and say, oh, let's focus on next year again?
That's what they need to do. Derpy, they're so far gone. We've seen what this roster does. You
are 8 back in the wild card, which isn't bad.
You've seen this team play, Derpy. This
and
team,
5 in the division.
This team went from first. They went from first to
Cleveland Guardians too. You got to think of this.
Anybody could come out of the division or go.
No, they can't. No, they can't. They would. They have a group of players that are batting like 3 for 107. They went from first to fourth in a matter of a week. Okay, this team is bad. They can't hit. Pitchers give up more than 2 runs, they lose. This is a bad team. Carter Joe, he has no idea what he's doing at the plate anymore. Zawinski apparently every time he's up to bat is thinking everyone's a left-handed pitcher. He can't hit anyone. Our fielders can't field. Our catchers can't catch. Our hitters can't hit. They are done. They just need to pack it in and move on. This is what the Buccos do. They pull us
I think you're just for a bringing on the narrative of the Cleveland Browns in week 1.
This is a bad team, and they need to shut it down. They need to shut it down.
They need to shut it down already. Not even to July yet. We're only
I think not even 3 months.
Not even halfway through the season. But you know what? I mean, with the Pittsburgh Pirates, this is an honest assessment. I mean, You know this team. We know this team.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the hell that was in April. I mean, that was amazing, whatever it was, but very uncharacteristic of this team.
You were playing top tier teams now.
And you know what? I don't even think it was that. I believe that it was this, because we played some good teams early as well, and we won. People just aren't into it entirely yet. People's arms aren't fully ready. I mean, when you're in mid-season form, which guys are in now, this is as good as you get. And when you're coming off early, arms, these pitchers, they don't have all their stuff together yet. It takes a couple months, I think. And I think we took advantage of a time when everybody just wasn't quite ready to compete yet. Lo and behold, here come the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're ready to compete in April and in April only. So it worked to their advantage. They were able to take advantage of that.
It's like, once again, they're kicking the can down the road.
I hate that can. I hate this can already.
That can has been kicked and dented so much. At this point, it's just a piece of scrap metal. That's how much we've kicked it down the road. But that's what they're going to do. They'll call up a couple more prospects and, and say, hey, we're getting some new guys in here. Bring up some of the young guys, getting ready for the future. They'll trade Kutch, maybe trade some Bednar as well, and get some prospects for the future. Because you got to if you're calling people up, you got to refill that prospect pool so you can keep selling the con of wait till next year.
I remember days when there was Reggie Sanders was here, Kenny Lofton was here, Brian Giles was here, Jason Schmidt was here. It doesn't matter who's here. This team just stinks. I wish that I understood how a team could be bad for 30 years in a row. It goes against everything. The law of average. I don't get it.
I don't either. This team is it's comical at this point. Like earlier in the year, the GM was asked, will he trade McCutchen? And he didn't say no. He danced around the issue. So, we'll see where we're at. We're going to try and win, try and compete, but we don't know until we get there. And right now they're out of it. Yes, the numbers say they're not that far out of it, but if you look at the performance, they are out of it. So wouldn't be surprised if they do end up trading Kutch, get a couple prospects to try and kick the can down the road, kill all the goodwill that they had in the first month of the season.
They start a series against the Padres tonight. The Padres come to town for 3. The Padres are just slightly better than we are. I think they are a game and a half better than we are. We are 35-42. They're 37-41. Yu Darvish is on the mound for the Padres. Remember Yu Darvish?
Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in forever. I thought he retired.
Exactly. Yu Darvish is on the hill tonight. He comes in with a 5-6 record, 4.84 ERA, and 85 Ks. Going up against the big Dick Mountain, everybody. Big Dick Mountain.
There we go.
He is now under 500.
That's a good start.
What's that, Derps?
See, you could get out of the slump here.
Well, we got Dick Mountain tonight. We got Keller tomorrow. And then we got Ortiz in the third game of the series. Dick Mountain comes in with a 6-7 record. Yes, he is now under 500, which means the only pitcher the only starter on this squad that has a winning record is Mitch Keller. Dick Mountain has a 4.34 ERA with 76 Ks. I think people are figuring him out. He messes with your timing, and in the last couple starts, I mean, all the way up until the last couple starts, he was doing pretty good. I think he overachieved, but the past couple starts was the guy that I was expecting, the guy who's throwing 68 mile per hour balls, over the plate. And again, people, they study this, they know this, and they're coming up and they're taking advantage. So again, Yu Darvish and Dick Mountain today, the pitcher matchup.
If that's not going to put
7:05.
If that's not going to put butts in the seats, I don't know what will.
I would love to see Dick Mountain. I'd like to. He always looks like he's struggling so much just because he's old. He does.
He looks like me out, when he's out there pitching. That's what I look like on the elliptical. Just that's what he looks like. He's sucking air.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, Mike. What was weirder, the sounds of your eyes rolling up in your head when you were doing it. It was the whole thing.
That's what he looks like out there. Oh,
one dude I don't like. I like these rule changes we were talking about with the pitch count and that. One that I don't like is the limited amount of throws over to first base. You only have so many balls that you can throw to first base. And if you don't get him, like I think it's twice, and then if you don't get him on the third time, it's a balk.
I don't
that
like
is kind of dumb.
I like it because you know
how
many
does
times
that make anything better?
You see, like
that doesn't make anything
like
better.
so many pickoff attempts in a row, like 5, 7, 8 pickoffs attempt in a row.
You're trying to get them. I mean, you should be able to do it as many times as you want to try to get the guy. I mean,
you know, it's like repeating the same task over and over. You're not going to
get it. If you finally get him, then it's worth it. It's a part of the game. I think speeding the game up and that are two different things. I think that takes an element from the game itself.
Yeah, because
you're limiting the amount of times that this team has a chance to try to get that guy out. That's just the one I don't care for. I like every other every other part of the rule changes. I really dig. I like the pitch clock. I like a lot of the changes, but I don't think you should be able to limit the amount of time. Yeah, I mean it does get ridiculous and it gets 6, 7, 8 times, but in general you don't see it that much.
No, but it doesn't bother me that much.
So make your way down to Federal Street before the game. I believe right around 6 o'clock or so. You could go down for the block party, the City Connect block party.
Get your McCutcheon jersey before he's traded.
Yes. I'd be afraid to buy any jersey on this team. You don't know who's going to be here next month. Also, last season, you remember the celebrity softball game down at Washington, PA, with the likes of Cam Hayward, Kenny Pickett, Britt Baker from the AEW, etc., etc., etc. Last year was Team Berg versus Team World. This game is on July 15th. It's the Three Rivers Celebrity Softball game. Go to www.washingtonwildthings.com to get your tickets. Get down in there, and the proceeds go to the Hayward House, 97 Hayward House, and you could get autographed jerseys, bunch of different stuff. Maybe meet the players. I really don't know to the full extent, but I remember, Mike, it just seemed like it was yesterday we were talking about this softball.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
so the whole year.
This year has flown by.
See, this is how I know you love me, Mike, because when time goes on, they say if time goes fast, you must be happy, or when you're doing something that you love, time goes fast. And look how time has flown for you.
Oh,
for me, it's a whole different story because I'm dealing with you. But for you, look how fast it's going. Seems like it's been ages on this.
I tell you what, though, it was going fast until like the middle of NFL season. Then something changed.
Was it when you lost to the inanimate object in the predictions?
No. It was right. Wait, it was after the season, before draft time is when it changed. It's when the days
after
became
the
long.
Season before draft.
Yeah, something happened to the show. It just made my existence feel longer. Oh, hi, Derpy. Oh, just playing, homie. Just playing.
Are you trying to make me even more depressed, Mike?
Yeah, I know. I realized as I was talking, like, I can't dig my way out of this, so I'm just going to keep going. As I realized, like, poor guy's dog died. Just keep shoveling. Keep digging that hole deeper for yourself, Mike.
It's like when your parents are arguing and then your dad comes in and beats your ass. That's what you're doing to him.
I can't.
Kris Letang,
who I am.
Kris Letang, Mike, at the NHL Awards last night.
Yes.
Wins the Masterton Memorial Trophy.
Yes.
Which represents perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to the game. Anybody that you could think of in the NHL this year that deserves this trophy more than Kris Letang?
It means he's old.
No, that means he had a stroke. His dad died, and he kept coming back. He kept playing hockey.
Exactly. It means you're old.
That doesn't mean you're old.
It does.
No, it doesn't, Derpy. It does
yes,
not.
It does. Yes, it does.
I'm gonna. I so want to mute you right now. I so want to kick you out into the waiting room, but I'm trying to be nice today.
I mean,
killing me. You make it difficult sometimes.
I mean,
how does being sportsman and being perseverance and dedication to hockey mean being old?
I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Like
he's not a spring chicken, but that doesn't mean you get it just because hey, you're old. Here you go.
I think Derpy's messing with you a little bit.
I know he is. He's pushing all the buttons.
Of course,
today.
we know that Kris Letang had a stroke. He had the deaths in his family, and he made it back. I think he came back on days when stuff actually happened and was able to be there.
Yeah.
And the guy, anybody besides him, I don't think is as deserving this season because of what went down this year.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Mr. Letang. Of course, your usuals doing good in the awards. Connor McDavid, all these guys. I'm not even going to get into these guys, but Kris Letang, that's awesome.
See, the Penguins did win something.
You make it real hard.
Cool.
Killing me.
Of course, Ohio State and Penn State sit high atop this chart, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Pitt
I will.
falls at number 25.
Oh, wow.
They fall at number 25 on the preseason top 25 list. And they finished number 3 overall in the ACC pool behind Clemson and Florida State. Let me ask you this. What do you guys know about this Florida State team? Because for about a year now, all I've been hearing about is next year, Florida State. And I thought it was just these guys talking all this trash. But now that I'm looking at charts and polls and they got Florida State ahead of us in the ACC. I didn't check on them in the top 25. I'm sure they're up there as well. What does anybody know what the secret is? Do they have something going on there that we don't know about?
To be honest, I have no idea. Know.
They're the Florida Marlins. They literally do this every 7 to 9 years. They get this really, really good team.
Yeah, they come out of nowhere. And it's like, what's going on down there?
Everybody calls them this, all these people, this great Florida State. Everybody, Florida State. Dude, you literally you've been in last place in the ACC for years. How great can this team be? I don't know. I don't get the Florida State appeal.
I don't either, but they've been slowly building. So this might be the time.
Landed, I guess, right?
Yeah. They were second in the Atlantic last year, so they're on the way. They were 10.
They might have brought a lot of experience back. That's probably why they're up there.
Yeah.
Everybody, I remember, debating with people last year on social media. Next year's Florida State, you better watch out. They're going to take everybody. I just don't know what it is about this particular team. I mean, like I said, it's not a team that I follow, so I have no clue. Me
either. Like I haven't.
I don't know.
I haven't paid attention to Florida State in a long time. Since Bobby Bowden left. That was the last time I remember caring about Florida State. But real quick, Penn State.
Remember that year? Was it 2013 when they randomly won the national title?
They do that. They randomly, and then everyone calls them the best. Again, like, dude, you literally
and then they just
once every
randomly
decade.
fall off.
Yeah, but Penn State at 7. That means they are going to finish out of the top 25 this year. Whenever they get a whenever they get a nice preseason ranking, that's the bad year. When they're not ranked or they're down in the low 20s where Pitt is right now, that's when they finish high.
That's when they're competitive, yeah.
That's what we're going to do too. We're going to fall out
and then come back.
Then we're going to beat a team. Then we're going to get back to 25. Then we'll win another game, get up to 23, and then we'll lose a big game, fall out at 25. This is what Pitt does.
Yeah, and that's what Penn State's going to lose to a team they shouldn't lose to, and then it's either going to totally collapse the season to where they just free fall. It tends to happen. I hate it. It's just the pessimist in me. When I see my team ranked that high, I get nervous. I'm like, something's going to happen, and we're not going to live up to the hype, and it's going to be a bad year.
Dude, Nebraska's a team to watch out for.
They've been god awful forever.
I know, but they've added some guys that are.
Nebraska doesn't scare me. Good. They don't scare me. They haven't scared me since they were gifted a national championship over Penn State. Oh, because their coach was retiring.
There it is.
Penn State was number one. Penn State was number one all year. Then the Penn State pulled their starters in a game, and it became a close game. And then they dropped down to number 2. Then they come up to number 1. Penn State wins, and all the Nebraska players had newspapers saying, "One more time for our
didn't Nebraska win it over them?"
Yeah, all because Penn State had one close game where they pulled their starters, and Nebraska, just ran up the score on every bum team. So they made them
play each other.
They did not play each other. No, this was back when there was no championship. It was based on voting. Penn State was first overall all year until one game, I think, against Temple, and it was a close game because Penn State pulled all their players. and that hurt them. And
Probably should have played them better.
Why? They won the game. How do you
Because
I
they
never
fell
it never
out
makes
of
sense.
the ranking. That's why.
It never makes sense like when a team wins and they drop in the rankings. That stuff always boggles my mind. Like you win. How can you drop from
that's a total Pitt thing there.
That is too. It only happens to Pitt and Penn State.
We got Wofford in the first game of the season. So if we beat Wofford, we'll be okay. But then we play like Cincinnati, and you get them early games. You have a feeling.
You got that SEC schedule going on, boys.
And I think we'll be okay. Cincinnati wasn't any good last year.
Nah, Cincinnati, when they had that team, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
they were looking good.
Again, 4 days till the USFL championship, guys. 4 days.
Woo.
The Pittsburgh Maulers with the number 1 defense in the USFL goes up against the Birmingham Stallions with the number 1 offense, and Andrew McGoo.
It kind of reminds me of Mick Magoo, the old NHL referee. Never trust anyone named Magoo.
Reminds me of that Magoo, Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, you can trust that Mr. Magoo. That's the only one. Every other Magoo I don't trust.
Maulers are on a 3-game winning streak. Basically needed all 3 of these wins to even get where they're at. 3 weeks ago, they beat Michigan 19-7. And then a must-win playoff to get into the playoffs. They beat New Jersey 26-6. And then they get this amazing win last week in the overtime in the playoffs with 31-27 win over Michigan. So can they? I'm not really. I'm not too positive about this. To be honest with you,
I know.
After
normally you talk into like give me hope on situations, but we're in the same boat. I think it's going to be a rough.
They really got to put together a game plan. You got to hope some bounces go your way, and it's gonna be a tough one. The beginning of the game started the other night against when Birmingham was playing New Orleans. It was going on and on about this New Orleans defense, how they're number 2 in the league and only down from the Maulers, and they got this and they got that. And I'm thinking, man, I hope New Orleans loses.
Yeah.
But then once I saw the fashion in which they lost, I wished the wrong way.
That's what you get. So I blame everything on you now.
Oh, I do too. Because if I would have rooted for the right team, that would have been the team that would have won. Exactly.
You fucked it all up. This is all your fault when the Maulers lose. You realize this.
So 4 days. 4 days.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna be on the road that day.
Yeah, you go on vacation on Saturday, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the road that day.
Oh, on the road again?
Where did you say you were going?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Oh,
God! In this heat, in this humidity.
I know.
I just think a friend of mine was in Myrtle Beach. It looked like they were having so much fun.
Ugh. The beach. Ugh. Too many people. Give me the woods.
Mike, why don't you tell everybody about the website?
2dumyinzers.com. Number 2, DUMYINZERS.com. Head on over there. We have links for everything. More links in the forward down there. Links over to the merchandise store. Buy your Bob Nothing merch. You can buy your Bob Nothing merch and then wear it to the game to let the people know that Bob Nothing is a nothing. Or Bob Nutting is a nothing. There we go. 2dumyinzers.com.
Today's trivia, we're going to stay with the San Diego Fathers. It's going to be another Padres question. If you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get started.
I am ready.
All right, Derpy, are you ready?
Yeah.
The funny thing about Derpy, he's definitely made some changes. I don't hear the fire whistle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear him eating. I don't hear his Xbox controller. All right, here we go. Which Padre won 8 league batting titles?
Ooh, come on now.
Think it over. If you want a choice, I'll give it to you here in just a moment. We are on live every day, 11:30 a.m. right here. Check us out every day from Monday to Sunday. And the show that we do every day gets uploaded over on a Spotify and podcast form every day at 8 o'clock in the evening. So if you're just a podcast person, you don't want to look at Mike, we totally understand. Then you can always just put your earbuds in at the gym, wherever you're at, in the car, put it on, and you can listen to the show in podcast form. Every day, 8 o'clock, Spotify. Check it out. All new. All right. So the question of the day is, which Padre won 8 league batting titles? I think Mike knows it right off the top of his head. Derby, do you want choices?
No, I'm good.
Like, no, I already looked it up. I'm good. All right.
Right.
All right.
No.
So here we
I'm
go. Which Padre won 8 league batting titles? I'm going to start with Derpy. Who do you think, Derpy?
I'm gonna say Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn. You want to hear the choices just for shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Dave
Probably not
Winfield.
him, though.
Dave Winfield, Adrian Gonzalez, Tony Gwynn, and Nate Colbert. Does that help you out any?
Yeah.
All right. Mike, which Padre won 8 league batting titles?
Tony Gwynn. Goes
Tony
without
Gwynn.
saying.
All right. That's your final answer?
Final answer.
All right. The Padre that won 8 league batting titles was Nate Colbert. I'm just playing. Yes, Tony Gwynn. Nate Colbert. Come on.
Thank you, MLB The Show.
Yeah. Tony Gwynn, of course. Amazing hitter. One of the best.
Might be the greatest hitter of all time.
I can't believe that guy for the Marlins is batting over 400.
That's insane. That's
this
insane.
point in the season.
Who's batting? The second baseman?
Second baseman for the Marlins.
Oh my lord.
He's the first player to be over 400 at this point in the season since like 1987 or something crazy.
That's crazy.
Jorge Soler.
What is it?
Jorge Soler.
That's his name?
No, wait, that is.
I think it begins with an
It's
A.
Luis Arias, I think.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm sorry. I clicked on RBIs. I saw a 4 and I clicked. I was like, wait a sec. He's batting like 275. Oh, he's Luis Arias. He's down to 399 now. Bum. I think they should trade him. They should trade him to Pittsburgh for Austin Hedges. Okay, that should be his punishment.
You know, a funny thing about that, I would love to see how he would produce in Pittsburgh. Just to be,
oh god, it would be terrible.
He's batting 400 plus. Put him in Pittsburgh and see what his average would be.
Why would you want to do that to him?
Just to see, you know what I mean?
Poor guy. He come to Pittsburgh like 2 days with this coaching staff, and you're like, nope, I'm going back to Venezuela.
I got a little present for you today.
Oh no.
This is a song. We interviewed a guy back in February.
Oh.
His name is Michael Kissinger. Michael Kissinger is his name.
Okay.
And if you would go to his YouTube page, the song, it's under Kissinger MD. Kissinger MD. And this is a Steelers song that he created, him and a friend of his. I believe they go by the name Big Mike and Little Nicky. The band name, Mike, who you and I discussed yesterday, that's who, his other part of his music.
Yeah.
From the way I'm figuring it out and going back and looking at my notes, I believe it's Big Mike and Little Nicky created this song, and he finally released it just yesterday. And again, it's over on YouTube under Kissinger, Kissinger MD. And the song, it's just listed as New Steeler Song Steeler Nation Remix. Let's give it a listen.
Yeah. If it plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for game day?
I can't even hear it.
Derpy, you might have to mute to get it to play through.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Of course, now when we try it live, it's not working the well it did when we practiced.
Team is the best, like Superman. This city's got an S on his chest. We got style, we got race. We'll get up in your face. The greatest football team known all over the place. Forget about religion, creed, sex, or race. We all cheer for the team that's taking first place. 6 rings later, now we're after the number 7. Just bow down, cause we're blessed by heaven. Right. Come to the place where the champs call home. Hear them scream out, here we go, here we go. We got bragging rights that those other cities don't. Yep. We'll go down in history, those other cities won't. So every game here is one hell of a show. Every player we got is proud and ready to go. Yep. We have poise and we have class, but prepare yourself, son, cause we'll still kick your ass.
That's pretty good.
The Steelers go down. The Steelers.
I don't know, but that's pretty good though.
Are made of steel and our hearts are black and gold. Better listen to what you've been told. We'll be this way till we're dead and cold. When God made the Steeler fans, he broke the mold. We rock the steel curtain, there's no doubt. Winning football games is what we're about. Now you're educated, son, and you know the deal. It's hella for real in the city of steel. It's fourth down. You gotta go for it. They're gonna go for it. Here they go. You see the towers loaded every game that we play. Yeah, shout out 412. Yeah, we rep it all day. We make noise that they can't surpass. We'll be the ones that always last. The Steelers gonna die with the Steelers. The Steelers gonna die with the Steelers.
There it is, everybody. There it is. The new Steeler song, Steeler Nation remix. Again, go to YouTube, check it out. Mike, were you able, were you able to hear it? I can't hear you. You nuts.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My volume didn't come through. There were parts where it was a little choppy.
It was faint.
Yeah,
Okay.
faint, just due to internet connection, but like that first half of the song we heard came
It was
through.
good. Pretty
That
nuts.
was actually pretty good though.
It's a really good song. We've been hiding this. It's been in the file cabinet for, as we said, about 4 months now. Mike Kissinger came on the show, talked about it. He was talking about releasing it probably right as the Steelers season was getting ready to get started. Yeah. He did get back to me this week and said last week and said I'm getting ready to release it. He released it just yesterday, 1 day ago. So again, Kissinger MD, KISSINGERMD over on YouTube. New Steeler song, Steeler Nation remix is where you'll find it. Check it out. It's a 3-minute, 16-second song. Derpy, you a fan?
I liked it. It was pretty good.
Good.
I tell you what, that like from this version to what we heard, you can tell it changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed up some stuff in there. I like it. It's really good.
And I tell you what about Mike, Big Mike and Little Nicky. Something else, he also is a musician. He makes a lot of his own music, and you can also find stuff of his under Mike, Dr. Mike, in the cognitive. What is it? That word is so hard to say. COGNITIVE. Cognitive.
Hold on. Let me find all my
cognitive.
Just
Stop. You might want to stop before you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Well, somebody would help me out here.
I'm trying to look for it. I can't.
Trying.
Cognitive. Yeah,
you were throwing some letters in there. That
I wasn't throwing letters. Get out of here, you jackass. Cognitive. So Dr. Mike and the Cognitive Brain Ninjas.
Yes, there we go.
Cognitive Brain Ninjas is what I was trying to spit out.
Sick.
but you
Yeah,
whack
'cause-
jobs.
Well, I like for my subscriptions, it's not coming up in the way I want it to, so I'm having trouble finding like.
So as I was saying, the Dr. Mike and the cognitive brain ninjas, you could also find more of his stuff. He has a lot of stuff on YouTube. Continue to search for his stuff. He has a lot of great stuff. Again, this is the Steelers new Steelers song, Steeler Nation remix. Go check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Share it with your friends. Good song, and it's a great song to get excited, to help you get excited for the big game. So there you have. Thank you, Mike. We are big fans of yours, of course.
Here
We
we
wish
go.
you all the
Here-
luck.
Dr. Mike and the Brain Ninjas, and the song, and it was what Cognitive Kung Fu
Cognitive Kung Fu.
is the name of their was the name of the album.
Yeah, you say that confidently now that we know how to pronounce the word.
Cognitive.
Cognitive.
I was just watching you struggle, and I was going to see what you were going to say.
So
Like,
there you have
this
it.
could go down a very dark path with the way the letters he's throwing in there.
All right. Well, me and my asshole friends are going to wrap it up here.
This is what's Ryan trying to get himself canceled. Because he can't pronounce cognition. He's trying to say cognition and cognitive and conjunction junction all at the same time.
Well, I'm glad you two are getting a kick out of this. You guys are seemingly
I'm gonna put this
planning
on
a
a loop.
mutual friendship in this.
Oh, I'm gonna put that on a loop, and this is all it's gonna play.
All right.
I don't think
Sorry,
I'm depressed anymore.
Mike, what do you got, man? You got anything before we take off?
Word of the day is cognitive.
Cognitive.
Usually, I'm the one who has the
Learn
speech
this
impediment.
word and learn it well.
I have the speech impediment, and you're the one over here.
If you don't learn it well,
tripping
then
over your own dick.
Yeah. You could say cognitive in the wrong crowd and then be in big trouble.
Oh yeah, I'm like, whew. I'm like, oh, I don't know you no more.
Derpy, what do you got, man?
Cognitive.
I'm gonna stick with everything the original saying I said before.
All right.
Always appreciate
162.
the little things in life, because it could be worse. You could be a Browns fan.
I like it. As always, all I have to say is 75 days. Mean Joe Green, the big 75, until we kick it off against George Kittle and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, George Kittle. I'm trying to.
Oh, I hate you guys.
I know. I hate myself.
For Derpy, Mike, Ryan, the two